Hello, my name's Stefan Boyle. I'm the founder of Print Republic. We work with owners of small to medium-sized businesses who want to grow their business. Now today I want to talk to you about building your list. It's one of the most vital pieces of marketing that so many businesses fail to do. If you don't build a list of prospects, how can you build a relationship with them? Now there's a well-known fact that many people need around 7 hours of communication before they're ready to buy. If you don't know who your prospects are, how can you build that relationship? Now when I say 7 hours, it doesn't necessarily mean I've got to meet you for 7 hours. It's one of various different ways. That could be visiting your website, it could be reading your emails, it could be watching video, it could be reading your marketing literature, it could be telemarketing. So any form of marketing, any form of communication, it on average needs around 7 hours to do that. Now, if you're not building that list up with people, you can't build a relationship, you can't prepare people to buy from you. So we look at various different ways of actually doing that, of making sure you're capturing your data, you're incentivizing your prospects to give that information over to you, so you can then put in place various bits of marketing that are consistent. The same messages are going across every touch point of your business. Be it the way you answer your phone, be it how your emails that go out, be it across the tone of your website and the messages that come across on your website. So if you're building your list, you're regularly communicating with those clients in a consistent way, you'll prepare people to buy from you far more often. Thank you for watching. My name's Stefan Boyle from Print Republic. Now today I've got a question for you. Do your customers actually know who you are? Now the reason I ask that is people generally buy people. If you look at so many websites, marketing literature and brochures about different companies, they've got some really generic, very dull information. That about us page on every website, we've been established for X number of years. Well, great, but really what you've got to be focusing on is the benefits, what you really offer that customer, your prospects, how you can improve their lives or their business or whatever it is you do. Now, again, rather than just writing all that stuff about yourself, really focus on the benefits. And then I'm a great advocate of video because you can actually then communicate that across to your clients and actually build a relationship. They know who you are. You've got that chance to get your personality across. On a brochure, we just talk about how long you've been in business. It doesn't really work like that. Now, the biggest advocate of this, in my view, is Richard Branson. You look at every product launch, every new business that launches around the world, Richard Branson has got his face there. Now the beauty of these days with social media, you can actually use video, use different ways to build your personality and build your brand and actually communicate that and build relationships with people across so many different levels. It could be on Twitter, it could be on Facebook, there's a whole number of different websites. It's great to do that, but it just gets away from that boring about us and how great your customer service is. Who's going to say your customer service is bad? You're not going to say that. So if you look at the benefits of your business, communicate that with personality, you can start to build relationships with your customers and your prospects. If you need help implementing this in your business, feel free to contact us at hello@printrepublic.co.uk. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Now today I want to talk to you about making sure your marketing is all singing off the same hymn sheet. What do I mean by that? Well, basically it's making sure every touch point of your business is consistent. Be it your website, be it your sales letters, be it your brochures, be it your emails, even how you answer the phone. And even one really simple thing that people often get wrong is business cards. I've been to loads of events where I've met people with really bad quality business cards. When they've given them to me, they've actually apologised. So I was in a rush, I didn't get a chance to do these properly and must get them done again. Now, if you give a poor quality business card that says nothing about your business, when you walk away from that meeting, people have got that to remember you by. If you're not managing these scenarios properly and making sure you're communicating the message you want to get across, you're wasting an opportunity. So it's important that every touch point of your business is consistent, and you've got to make sure that you're selling what you want to sell to customers who want to buy it. If you're not managing both those scenarios, it won't work. Your customers won't want to buy, or you won't be selling the products that actually make you the money. If you want to have any help in implementing these ideas in your business, email me now at hello@printrepublic.co.uk. Many thanks. Today I want to talk to you about showing the proof. What do I mean by that? Well, how do you tell your customers how good you are? Well, obviously the obvious thing is to tell them that yourself. Now, that works well. We all say those kind of things. Yeah, we're great at our job and our business is great. And how many companies say, oh, we pride ourselves on customer service? who would say any different to that? It's obvious, isn't it? But who really believes that stuff when there's so many similar messages out there? Well, the most obvious way is people like to buy off people, and if people hear from other satisfied customers how they've had a good experience with your business, it's far more powerful than you as a business owner telling your customers, your prospects, that yourself. So you need to manage that situation, and the best way of doing it is actually ask your satisfied customers to give you a good testimonial. Now, what is a good testimonial? Saying that XYZ company were great to deal with isn't really, I mean, it's okay, but it's not fantastic. What you really want to try and do is get some really detailed account from your customers about how your product or your service benefited them, how it made their life easier, or how it improved their life, how you were great to deal with, how that it had a major benefit to you in some way, and give that more detail and embellishment on actually what was good for them and how it improved them. Would actually people relate to that far more than just yeah, they were great, end of story. So a great way of doing that, if you can, is either do a case study and do a good interview with someone, but even better, if your customers are willing to let you do that, is to do a very quick video where you interview them, ask them questions. That way you can actually stimulate that conversation to go along the way you want it to. If you then record all that and then you use that in your marketing materials, you can make your prospects far more familiar, far quicker, and far more comfortable that other people have had good experiences with your company, and that will make them more likely to buy from you much quicker. Thanks for listening. My name's Stefan Boyle. Thank you very much. Now, today I want to talk to you about how to target the right customers. Now, I've talked to lots of business owners who say, well, anyone can buy our product or service. It really applies to all sorts of people. Now, it's very hard to target anyone or everyone. If you really understand who your customer is, you can build your marketing around focusing on that particular niche, really. That's the important thing. And that niching down is really where you can understand more about your customer. The best way of really doing this, if you're an established business, is to really look at your client base you've got at the moment. Where have you had the most success? Any particular trends in there where certain types of businesses or certain types of people have been far more successful at buying from you than another? So target more of those people. It's quite simple. If you know who your niche is, who you're really targeting, you can build your marketing around that, and then you can actually really go to where those people go, what websites they go to, what magazines they read, or newspapers or trade journals. You can find out what database you can buy to really niche down into that sector and really build a client base around where your products or services give the most benefit to. Now, the more you do that, the more success you'll have. You can then build niches in other areas and build different areas of marketing around targeting other areas, but you need to know from day one very quickly who you really want to aim at. Once you've done that, everything needs to be built around that niche, and make sure every touch point of your business is targeting that niche, and you're really thinking about the benefits that you can offer those particular customers. If you need help implementing these ideas in your business, email me at hello@printrepublic.co.uk. Many thanks. Goodbye. Now, today I want to talk to you about how you could be wasting every penny you spend on advertising. Now, why is this? Well, it's quite simple. I see so many businesses who spend money on advertising, and what they're trying to do is do brand advertising. Brand advertising only really works if you're a massive brand. Imagine like Marks and Spencer's, like Nike, like UPS, McDonald's, those large brands with huge budgets, and they can afford to keep relentlessly bombarding their name in front of their customers. Now, for small businesses, that's just not feasible. Most people have not got that sort of money to spend or waste on their marketing. So how do you do it better? Well, it's quite simple. You need to be thinking about what your benefits are, not your features, and really target that down now to what you can offer your customer. It's very important to set the right tone for the type of business you're in. So, for example, if you're in professional services, you're a lawyer, an accountant, or a financial advisor, your image needs to look professional and reflect that kind of professional service. If you run something different, like maybe a kid's playhouse, it needs to be more fun and wacky and wild and really appeal to a different level. Now, it's pretty obvious, but so many people kind of get this wrong and still don't focus on what their main benefits are. Now, what you also need to put together is some kind of irresistible offer, something that will really attract your prospects to come and use you. It makes it an absolute no-brainer to say, what is there to lose? This company's giving me this deal that's so good, I'll start trading with them. And once you find people start trading with you, there's more chance to build up a relationship. Now, when you first come up with your offer, you need to obviously promote it to your prospects and your current customers. Now, I see so many people who do that once, try it, hasn't quite worked. You have to keep on doing it. You can use email, you can use direct mail, advertising, again, around a specific call to action. Not giving people 10 or 20 choices, give them one thing you want them to do that will make them come and try your business out. Once you get them to try it, you've got a chance to then build that relationship with them. If you need help to implement these ideas in your business, email me at hello@printrepublic. My name's Stefan Boyle. Thank you for watching. Today I want to talk to you about consistency in your marketing. Now it's vital to actually get consistent messages across every part of your business, be it online, be it offline. Now that really again is about setting the right tone to your brand, to your image, to your logo, to your website, to your marketing literature. Now you can go to different companies to do this. You can go to a web designer, a graphic designer, a printer, and different companies can do different parts of that. Now what we offer at Print Republic is a service. If you want to make that a simple process, so one company is doing the whole project and really understands it and delivers that image all the way through, we can do that. We can design your brand, your logo, design your website for you, and design your marketing literature as well as print that literature for you as well. Then what we make sure you do is deliver those messages consistently in line with that brand as well. Now that is either via email marketing, LinkedIn with direct marketing as well, and obviously online and offline marketing generally speaking. So if you need help implementing all these things in your business, you can email me at hello@printrepublic.co.uk. My name's Stefan Boyle. Thank you very much.